Hello and welcome everybody to Ryneck High School. Anthony Carlo along with Armand Matteo, and today we have the Ryneck Black Hats facing off against the Brook Trojans. Last week Ryneck with a big win against Dobbs Ferry, putting themselves in second place in the conference. They showed some good resiliency by, after the loss against Bronxville, coming back against Tuckahoe and then the big win against Dobbs Ferry. Armand, what can we look for today in terms of Ryneck continuing their winning ways?
In terms of Ryneck football, we need to look to the run game. Dom Brescia. This guy is an elite runner in this league. He's averaging about 220 rushes a game, and if they can establish a run game, they should be looking good.
Armand, this is a must-win situation for Brook in terms of going to the playoffs. How in the world can Brook try and stop the potent offense of Ryneck today?
What Brook's going to need to do is they're going to need to conceal the run gaps. Do not allow the offensive line of Ryneck to get to the second level, and stay back in coverage and don't allow any big runs to Dom Brescia.
All right, we're going to be in for a good contest today. We're moments away from kickoff. We'll be back here on LMC Varsity Sports.
Today's homecoming game between the Trojans of Brook and your Black Hats from Ryneck. We have two VIPs joining us today representing the Maria Ferrari Children's Hospital, Alex and Jack Pastor. Together, the Black Hat and Brook football teams have collected new toys for the Maria Ferrari Children's Hospital. The 2014 Black Hat football team has dedicated their season to Jacob Calvini. They are wearing J-Cal stickers on their helmets in his honor. Alex and Jack are accompanying our captains. Zach Harris also joining the Black Hat captains. Ryneck has won the toss. They will decline. Black Hats will kick off to the Trojans.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Anthony Carlo joined by Armand Matteo on an overcast day with the sun starting to break through. The Black Hats have deferred and they choose to kick it off here in the first half.
Well, Anthony, this is a great decision by the Black Hats. Blind Brook's strongest score this year is the third quarter. They come out the gates and after halftime averaging about 8 points a game.
John Luiso with the kick, not a very long one, and it's out just in front of the 20.
Kick goes out of bounds. There is a flag for illegal procedure.
And a flag is thrown on the kick. A legal procedure was the call made. So the Trojans will come back with the ball just at the 35-yard line.
It will be Blind Brook football, first down on the 35-yard line.
Anthony, what I would like to see out of the Blind Brook offense is Ryan Shaman. He needs to be that impactful player that he is. He's a mobile quarterback. Maybe Blind Brook can go in some zone read options, and maybe he can find the open gap.
Well, they got Shaman in shotgun. He's got a back right to the left of him, calls in motion, and he runs right. He's touched and he's taken down. Oh, still moving, Shaman is, and it's taken the whole Black Hat team to take him down.
What a great play by Shaman. As I said before, zone read. They faked the option to the guy coming across, and Shaman made the play himself and ran up the gut for about 15 yards.
Armand, that's a gain of 9 on the first play, and what a great job of Shaman. He's a big guy, Armand. He's a big brother quarterback, and he can really start things off with the running game as well as throw, as you talked about before, hybrid quarterback.
Go defense!
Shaman looks like he's setting up in the shotgun again with a back right to his right. Calls in motion. Low snap. And Shaman's going to run it again, bend it out to the right side. He's tackled.
Shaman again on the keeper, picks up about 2.
Got a 2-yard gain.
On the tackle.
And that's Broom on the tackle.
Turnovers could be a big factor in this game. So
absolutely, this isn't. I agree with you. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a passing league. I think that
both of these teams are run teams first. Well, you can't have any ill-advised plays as that one right there. Low snaps are not. It's not gonna get the job done.
Gonna be second down here. Shaman again in shotgun, calling in motion once again. Fakes the handoff, and again it's Shaman running it up the gut. And again the Black Hats are able to stop the run. The Black Hats push Shaman all the way back.
Dan Humphrey, Jackson Malecki, Nick DeRico, Colin Broom, Chris Ricard all in on the stop.
Malecki led the charge on that stop. I believe no gain on that play. Maybe a gain of about 1.
Blind Brook will have a 3rd and 6.
It's going to be 3rd and 6 here as the Blind Brook Trojans try to convert here on 3rd down.
Watch the slant. The slot guys going to slant up the middle, most likely. They're lined up, 4-3. No, they're in a nickel. Nickel defense. Got 3 corners on the field.
There's the fake handoff in motion again. Shaman throws deep, and that pass is incomplete.
Out of bounds.
Shaman tried to.
Good pressure by the Black Hats defense. Very good. They read the fake, they knew a pass was coming, and they had coverage downfield. Great play.
So it's a 3rd and out.
Not a bad opening possession, though. They ran the ball. They picked up about, 13 yards? Not bad possession. See if they can put the Black Hats in bad field position.
Definitely looked like they like to run Shaman a lot. They're definitely a Russian quarterback. And the Trojans are going to kick it off here on 4th down.
Watch the fake. He's punting and...
Shaman does everything. Punting as well as
should be inside the... Oh, he's moving the sticks up. All the way up. Oh. Wow. About a punt of 8 yards. Shove the ball around the 45.
The Black Cats are going to come onto the field in good field position in their first possession. And as you spoke before, Armand, you know, you were saying how they're not very good at scoring in the first quarter.
they're not.
First chance here to try and change that pattern. And it looks like they have Sevion in the backfield. Oh no, he's quarterback.
Brescia, look at that, Brescia.
And Brescia breaks away. He's tackled at the 25. Dominic Brescia with a
That young man is a great runner.
Picks up 25 yards on the carry.
Dominic Brescia with a handoff on the first possession. He picks up some big yardage.
Gotta credit the Black Hats offensive line though.
For the Black Hats
They were able to space the defense, find the hole, and Brescia executed.
It's gonna be 2nd and 10, the 30-yard line. Sevion receives a snap, hands it off again to Brescia, up the gut. Brescia breaks a couple of tackles, he's still going. Brescia bending outside, he's taken down.
Inside the goal line.
3-yard line, Dominic Brescia.
4-yard line.
At the 4-yard line, it's a 26-yard gain for the senior, Dominic Brescia. And Armand, he's really continuing his stretch of good running.
First and goal.
Exactly, and the offensive line, as we talked about before, is getting to the second level, and this is big.
2 plays, and the Black Hats are already at the 4-yard line, about to score here at first down again.
Look for the fake handoff here, and Sevion to run in.
Sevion looks to be setting up in the shotgun position as
Pistol eye formation.
QB. Oh no, he's a split. Let's see. Yep, he receives the snap.
Back to Brescia.
And he
And
will
he's
run
in.
in. Touchdown, Dominic Brescia. And the Black Cats are on the board. 6-0.
There's a flag on the play, Anthony.
Let's see if this one's going to come back.
Nah, I think it's on the defense.
The referees are straightening it out right now as the head coach comes onto the field for the Black Cats, Coach Ianello there, trying to see what the penalty was. We haven't gotten word yet. Referee's still converging.
Touchdown is the call.
Now we have some
on the
chatter
defense.
from the Trojans' end.
The Black Hat touchdown stands.
The Black Cats touchdown.
Conduct against Blind Brook.
Yeah, I thought it was
Stand on the kickoff.
So the call was unsportsmanlike conduct against.
It looks like.
the
It was a hit in the
Trojans.
backfield, and one of the offensive linemen were down.
So they're going to kick for the extra point here.
Beware of the fake, though, Ant.
As Gottlieb is in, and it's a
Oh,
long
there's the
snap.
fake, as I said.
There's the fake, running to the right
There
coast.
it is. Oh,
No
short.
good. Stopped at the goal line.
Chris Chart takes it around the outside.
As I anticipated,
Short of the goal
Anthony.
line. 6-0 Black
Fake
Hats.
field goal. I like the play call.
Well,
Trying to spice things up.
we know in this league that kicking is not a strong point of any team. So the fact that they were looking for a fake play there, I'd say generally we're going to look for a lot of those today.
I'd like to take a moment right now, early in the game,
But
to
we will
remind
be back
everyone
here on LMC Varsity
that after
Sports.
the
We're going to
game
take a
today will
quick
be a
break.
ceremony
The
honoring
Black
the
Cats are
seniors.
leading the Blind Brook Trojans 6-0 with 8:47 remaining in the first half.
From the Blind Brook
Back here on
45
LMC Varsity Sports, Anthony Carlo joined by Armand Matteo, and we saw the Black Cats score on the last drive. There was a penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Trojans. They're enforcing that here as the Black Cats will kick off from the 45-yard line.
Oh, it's a squib.
It's a squib kick, and
Oh, they recovered.
they recover.
Onside kick.
Onside kick is recovered in favor of the Black Cats.
Recovered by Blind Brook.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. It looks like the ball was actually recovered by Blind Brook, but we have an injured player on the field. And we're gonna actually take a break now. We'll come back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Once again, the Black Cats are leading the Blind Brook Trojans 6-0 here in the first half. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Anthony Carlo and Armand Matteo. And we had an injury on the field. Grant Alter helped off the field with an ankle injury, it looked like to be. And right now we have a 50-yard line. The ball is placed at the 50-yard line after unsportsmanlike conduct. So Blind Brook with very good field position.
I thought Blind Brook had a very good first possession though. I mean, they didn't get the job done, but it was a great possession. They came out running, they picked up a couple of yards. On third down, they had to make the pass downfield, which was a good pass, but it was good pressure by the defense.
It looks like we have a flag on the play. A lot of penalties early on in this game.
Yeah, penalties could be the pivotal factor in this game.
Yeah, exactly. Not really a flow of play right now.
No.
A lot of stoppage in this game. Shaman was already and set to take the snap, but
it looks like it's on the Black Hats.
Yeah, it's going to be another penalty against the
5-yard gain.
Black Hats. That's after the unsportsmanlike conduct that put them 15 yards back. Another 5-yard penalty here.
So Blind Brook should be driving now.
Shaman takes a snap, hands it off, busting through.
man.
The center is William Golden, and he will run it in for a touchdown. William Golden
takes it in.
right up the gut.
Right up the gut. I mean, the coverage downfield. I mean, the corners are separated downfield in a spread formation on defense, and the middle of the field is wide open. Great vision by the running back, William Golden.
6-6.
It's going to be a tie game now. It's 6-6 as William Golden takes it right up the gut and found a hole and exploited it. And the Black Cat defense, they're going to be, looks to be like they'll be kicking for the extra point, but as you said before, we're not too sure.
Beware of the fake.
Maybe calling it again. It looks like Dean Apizzi is going to be kicking. And they throw a flag on the play. They blew the whistle before Apizzi had even kicked it, but he had gone through with his motion. It's going to be false start against Blind Brook.
We'll
get a 5-yard penalty to try and attempt this 1-point conversion here. Should say what looks to be 1-point conversion. So the Trojans are in the huddle. And now they're switching it up to going for 2 points.
Looks like, yeah, they're going for 2 now.
That's interesting. They get dropped back 5 feet.
I like the call.
5 yards, excuse me. 5 yards. And Shellman will be in shotgun formation with William Golden split to his left.
Overload on the right side.
Takes a snap, he's looking right, throws, and it's incomplete. He tried to get Justin DiCanio on that one, but it bounced off of his shoulder pad.
Great pass by Shaman. Shaman's playing very well to start this game.
The 2-point conversion is no good. And the Ryneck Black Hats will
look to answer this one back.
Yes, we'll look to answer this one back when we return on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Sam Brandeis will be kicking off for the Trojans. They just scored on their last possession. They failed to convert the 2 points. But this is a close game, Armand.
Beware of Don Brescia returning this kick. Blind Brook does not want to slip up and give up a big return. Oh, and they're going with this.
Brandeis squibs
that
one.
Bounds.
It's going to go
out.
That
should be another penalty.
Looks to be just at the 17-yard line. And
ball goes out of bounds.
We have another flag on?
20-yard line.
Nope, I don't see a flag on this one.
It's an illegal kick. Should get.
First and 10 for the Black Hats at the 18.
I'm sorry, we thought there was a flag on that play, but it seems there wasn't.
The Black Hats will get the ball at the 18-yard line. And if you're a part of this Black Hat offense right now, you're going to be looking to give it a Don Brescia.
Absolutely, Anthony. Well said.
That's what the key has been for this team.
I mean, Blind Brook's probably going to come out. They're going to make some adjustments. You know, they got to seal up the run game. They're back in the pistol eye formation. I think Jake Sevion might pass one here.
Sevion
still
hands
going back
it
to Brescia, and Brescia
up the left side, and he's tackled, taken down
that young man
by
can run.
Justin Palmieri at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of about 12. for the Black Hats on their first play. Pretty good.
He reminds me of Mike Alsall from Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know if you remember him, Matt.
I do remember him. What's the similarity?
He's a ground pound runner. He likes to
10 for the Black Hats.
use his size to advantage and belittle the other guys' linebackers, and he's doing a great job at it right now.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Black Hats. Sevion in shotgun with Brescia right behind him. Takes the snap, hands it off to Brescia. Brescia rumbling forward, and he is
takes it up the middle for
taken
about
down.
6 yards.
He's such
for
a
a 6-yard gain.
He's such a big running back, and he has great lateral movement too, which is really, really big.
That's the key. When I was looking at this team, Armand, I noticed that when you have a running back who's not only big and
He can make cuts.
Yeah, not only big and can rumble up the gut for a power gain, but he can bend it out and use his speed.
Yeah.
Such a crucial
2nd down and
factor.
3 for the Black
He's
Hats.
basically an all-around runner, which is really hard to find.
It'll be 2nd down and 3 here with Sevion. Still in his QB. We haven't seen Dan
Watch the
Gottlieb
trick
yet.
play. Sevion might take this ball. They're saving that play.
And
Brook made an
The
adjustment.
run is stuffed. Dom Brescia got another handoff, and Brook jumped all over.
Brescia stopped short on the play. The loss of 1.
That is a loss of 1.
Predictability could be a problem here. They need to. Black Hats are going to switch it up soon.
Well, here we have a 3rd and 4, and it's been Brescia.
It's been Brescia.
A nice play action here might
Play
do them
action,
well.
yeah. Get the defense second guessing.
Exactly. Black Hats are in the huddle. They break now. Come to the line of scrimmage. Sevion with Brescia to his
Playing his
left.
zone.
He fakes a handoff, and it's Sevion running it up the gut. He picks up the first down.
We finally see Sevion make a big play.
Well, Sevion, as we were talking about before, he definitely can do a lot of things as well. And I like the idea of them utilizing him in that instance.
Kind of reminds me of Tim Tebow.
It'll be a Black Hats first down.
does.
You do anything for the football team to win.
I can always count on you for the NFL
41.
comparisons. This guy can be an NFL analyst right now. He's going to leave me one day. Leave me out here to hang. Sevion takes the snap. He
Low
drops
snap.
back. Sevion scrolling to his right. Now
Seaver
he's in
come
trouble.
in, now he's running.
He's scrambling. Sevion, he's breaking free to the 40, the 30, the
There's a
20.
flag down.
Sevion is taken down. At the
Anthony,
23-yard line, Sevion broke
There is
free.
a flag on the play.
And there is a flag on the play.
That's why he's the Tim Tebow comparison of this football game.
Jake Sevion created his own room there, moving around, and finally,
It's Sevion time.
I don't want to continue with these NFL comparisons, but I saw Colin Kaepernick right there.
Hamilton was holding against the Black Hats.
You knew I was coming back though. Once you said that flag though.
Going to be holding against the Black Hats here.
It was a great run though.
And that is a huge letdown for the Black Hats on that play. That play comes all the way back. I mean, that wasn't a set play to speak.
No, it was not. I mean, everyone was going vertically deep.
Now for the Black Hats.
There was nothing open downfield, so Sevion made a play with his legs. But unfortunately, there was a holding. So we'll see how Sevion answers back to this one right here.
1st and 9, Sevion drops
back
the ball.
snap.
It's
Brescia
recovered
picks
by
it up.
Brescia.
Snap is bobbled, and there'll be a loss on the play for
So
Ryneck.
that's going to be a loss after the snap was mishandled by Sevion and the ball was dropped. Luckily, Brescia was right there to pick it up.
Yeah, it looked like there was a miscommunication on the offensive line with the quarterback. Sevion did not look like there was.
Now 2nd down. And
They were
15 to go.
not functioning very well together on that play.
What I'll tell you it looked like is that the Black Hats are about to score, and now they're all the way back at their own.
Penalties are big.
Yeah, at their own 45.
Penalties.
I'm sorry,
Box
35.
snaps. I mean,
Sevion takes the snap
Takes a
and
left.
rolls left.
There he goes.
Running, and he's breaking up the sideline. He gets
Great
the first
run.
down,
Jake Sevion.
and there's a flag on the play. And let's see where this one's going. Sevion had gotten his team another first down, and if you're Brook right now, you're praying that that penalty is not against you. That would be 2 opportunities where they had big runs and were not able to capitalize due to penalties.
I think it might be a hold on the offensive line.
Waiting for the referees to make their call.
It seems like Ryneck's dominant side to run is the left side.
Yeah, that does seem correct there.
Dom Brusha earlier in the game was running left a lot, and now Jake Sevion on the last 2 plays, although they were called back, was running left. So it looks like the dominant side for the run game is the left side.
Looks like they're bringing this one all the way back. So that penalty puts the Black Hats back at the 35-yard line. I'm sorry, the 45.
Third and 15.
It's going to be 3rd and 15 for the Black Hats at the 35-yard line. Sevion takes the snap and he hands it off, and taken down after a 3 or 4 yard gain is Dominic Brescia.
I like the play. I mean, they don't want to risk the turnover, so they run it, kick it back to the defense, see what they can do. Conservative football, very smart.
The Black Hats are going to look to be punting on 4th and long here. They have Brescia set up, but the punt is going to.
There's a no flag down on the play.
About the 40-yard line. It's going to roll back to about the 32, and it's going to be touched by the Black Hats. Chris Richard puts the Trojans back at the 32-yard line. Now there was a flag thrown.
It was a flag down. Flags are definitely going to change the outcome of this game.
In a game of penalties, the Trojans right now will be coming out on the 32-yard line to begin their drive in a 6-6 contest. Now, one thing about, and it looks like the penalty has been declined, and it's going to be Trojan ball from the 32-yard line. But looking at this game, the Black Hats have been playing very well, overpowering teams. The fact that there's not that much time left in the first half and we're at a tie game, Brook must be feeling good right now.
They must, and they're answering back well. William Golden is running well too. So it's going to be a battle of the running backs. Whoever plays better will determine this victory.
Shaneman with 2 backs in the backfield puts in motion, and now there's the handoff to William Golden, and he bends it out to the left side. Tackled by Dominic Brescia. It's about a 7-yard gain on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 3. They do have a good little combination there of Schauman and Golden.
It's sort of like what Ryneck has.
Shaneman.
With Sevion and Brescia. Both guys are eligible to run. They're both great runners. And it keeps the defense second guessing. Puts them in a bad predicament.
If Brook can move down the field on this possession, I'll tell you one thing, they're going to have the Black Hats worrying.
Yeah.
Shaneman with a fullback in the backfield ahead of Golden, and he hands it off to Golden to the right side. He's taken down.
William Golden again on the carry.
Great stop by the defensive nose tackles of Ryneck.
In on the tackle is
taken down
number 50.
At the 35-yard line. It looks like a gain of about 3.
William Golden was trying to get that slip up in the middle of the halfback gut from earlier in the quarter, which he ran for a touchdown, but Ryneck said no.
1st and 10 for Brook from the 45.
It's going to be a 1st and 10 possession now for Brook as they get that crucial first down to keep the drive going. The crowd is beginning to get loud here in favor of the Black Hats, looking for a big stop. Shaneman in shotgun with a split back to his right. Has
Ryneck's in a
4-3. and he hands it off to Golden, and he's
Great
stopped.
play.
Hands off to Golden.
Oh, it's another flag.
And all down on the play. There was no gain on that play. In fact, there was about a 4-yard loss. But there is a flag on the play, and we will see how this game of penalties continues to transform these two teams.
Face mask penalty.
It's going to be face mask penalty.
It should be a gain of 15 yards. Oh, it's only a 5-yard gain, okay.
That was a face mask call on the Black Cats, and it's a gain of 5 yards on that face mask penalty.
First and 5.
It's going to be a replay of the first down, 1st and 5 here. The Trojans with a 5-yard advantage after that penalty. And Shaman will set up, taking the snap with 2 backs in the backfield. Once again, that I formation. Shaman fakes
Drops
the
back,
ball,
play action,
drops
he's
back,
going deep.
and he throws deep. That pass is incomplete. And another flag on the play.
That should be offensive pass interference.
Pass
though.
interference of some form at this
There is a
point.
flag on the play. Big Sevion was defending.
That should be
I
offensive
have a
pass
feeling
interference.
this may be going against the Black Cats
That,
again.
I don't know. I thought that was great coverage. It looked like the guy was going to make a pick on that, and the offensive guy went across his body. I don't know. We'll see here, though.
If we could get a closer look here, it's hard to tell whether Sevion was using his hands too much. And now it looks like they're
It's offensive pass interference.
it's offensive pass
Offensive
interference.
pass interference against Blindbrook.
And
I
that's
saw it. It
going
looked
to-
like that ball was going to be picked off.
That's going to put back the Blindbrook Trojans, looks like 15 yards on the play. And that's a big, big mistake.
This
for
is
Blindbrook.
turned into a really ugly game for penalties.
First down and 20.
Blindbrook is standing at the 35-yard line now with a chance on first down. It's going to be first down and 20, though, after that big loss. 15 yards worth. And
Watch for the read option here with Shaman.
Shaman has Golden to his left.
He might fake the run to Golden. Back in the 4-3 look on defense for Ryneck.
Another
Another
penalty.
flag.
And we may be looking at a delay of game here for the
First and
Blindbrook
25.
Trojans. And they're going to go back another 5 yards. And we are looking at first and 25 as they are taken all the way back to the 30-yard line.
Against Blindbrook. Now first and 25 from the 30-yard
So if I've
line.
ever seen anything like this, basically Blindbrook took themselves out of a drive.
Yeah, you can say that.
Shaman with Golden to
Shaman
his left, moves in motion. The receiver hands it off, and that is Drew Shinnick on the handoff in motion. A gain
I
of
like the
about
call. A
5.
little sweep across play. Good call. But good read by the
Noah
defense.
Ponticello and Dominic Brescia
Defense
on the
was ready.
stop there. Philip Cambriello carried for about 8 yards.
Noah Ponticello and Dominic Brescia were able to make the stop on the 3-yard gain. And it's going to be second down and 22 for Blindbrook.
Blindbrook needs to be very careful here. They do not want to. They have a lot of yardage to pick up here, so they do not want to put themselves in a bad situation where a turnover could be likely.
Shaman with Golden to his left in the backfield.
Oh,
A
it's a
fumble
box snap.
Shaman
He picks
recovers
it up,
and he
runs.
runs up the gut.
Wow.
And he's taken down.
He turned a dangerous play into something.
Cameron Broom.
Yeah,
Cameron Broom was able to take him down, but as you said, that could have been a turnover right there.
yeah, but Shaman picked up 4 yards there, so I mean,
Third down and 17 to go.
You have to be very.
third down, 17, just run it, punt it back.
You have to be very cognizant when you're receiving that snap.
Yes.
It's so imperative not to fumble that snap. And
We see that from both teams though to start the game.
yes, and it's a third.
Might be miscommunication between the offensive line and the quarterback.
Yes, it's a third down and 17. Shaman again with Golden in the backfield.
Here comes blitz,
And he
outside
drops
blitz,
back.
the corner blitz. They get Shaman. Great play.
Incomplete
Came
on
in with the
throw.
corner blitz. Look at Dom Brescia making a big play in the secondary.
Shaman threw deep on that play, and there was no chance. Looking downfield, and it's going to be 4th down and 17 now for the Blind Brook Trojans. What the Black Cats fans got, I should say, was a stop, just like they were looking for.
Yeah, that was good. Great call by the coaching staff of Ryneck to decline this.
And excuse me, it's 4th and 18.
Yeah, it was holding in the offense.
Back to receiver Dominic Brescia and Chris Richard.
So kicking it off is going to be the Trojans. It's going to be Ryan Shainman kicking it deep.
Bad punt.
Sevion receives the punt. He bends it out to the left side. He's moving upfield, breaks a couple of tackles. He's up the sideline.
Brescia.
I'm sorry, Dominic Brescia.
Turns the punt 27
Excuse me, I said Sevion. Dominic Brescia.
It happens. I mean, they're both critical players.
Yeah. He takes it all the way down to the 28.
Great return.
Excuse me, the
Brescia.
32-yard line.
Brescia has shown his elite stats quickly in this game.
It's easy to get confused with two players who act so similar.
I agree with you, Ed.
They operate very similarly. A lot of dimensions to their game.
Sevion's going to get going soon, though. We're going to see a big play from him.
So they had a penalty on the play. It looks like it's being declined.
Offsetting personal foul.
Offsetting penalties.
2 penalties on the play, and both were called here. The ball is going to be placed
Ryneck has a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard
at the 35-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Black Cats. And it looks like we have Sevion and Brescia, the dynamic
4
duo,
receivers wide here.
in the backfield. Sevion takes the snap, drops back, throws a screen pass to Brescia.
Go, Brescia.
Blind Brook.
Oh, wow, nice tackle.
Takes him down.
Wow.
And it's going to be a huge
Great
loss.
read by Blind Brook there. That corner made a big play.
That is a big loss. What turned in from a screen pass to try and use a little
That was
outlet.
Ryan Shaman.
Yeah, Ryan Shaman does everything. Use a little outlet pass there, which turned into a big loss. Looks like a timeout is going to be taken by Ryneck. Or excuse me, end of the first quarter here.
Very good game so far. Very competitive. Both teams want this victory, and they're fighting for it right now. It's 6-6. Great game.
6-6 game here on LMC TV Varsity Sports. For Armand Matteo, I'm Anthony Carlo. We'll be right back. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports to begin second quarter, and the ball is set
2nd down and 20
at the 45-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 20. Excuse me, the 35-yard line. 2nd and 20. Sevion hands it off up the middle.
Number 11, Pedro Cueto.
Down goes Pedro J. Cueto.
It was at the 45-yard line. You were right.
I said 45. Yeah.
Gain of 3 yards.
Third and 16 for Ryneck.
It'll be 3rd and 16 here for the Black Hats, looking to put themselves on the board again. We're at a tie game 6-6 here at Ryneck High School. Sevion is in shotgun. He's got Brescia behind him. He drops back to pass, throws a flopping pass that falls short of the intended receiver, Chris Richard. And that incomplete pass will bring it to 3rd down.
Gotta get Chris Richard going. Chris Richard's that big play down the field guy for this team. He's gonna get going. Look for a big play later in this game.
Yeah, Chris Richard has been their leading receiver in receptions and yards.
He's the #1 option.
Yards receiving. So it looks like Brescia will be in the backfield
Connor Barella to receive.
as Black Cats will be punting here on 4th down. And the punt lands at about the 10-yard line.
Inside the 5, at the 1-yard line. Great punt.
False start penalty
Bounces.
against the Black Hats.
But that will be offset again. False start.
The penalties in this game are really affecting the pace of this game as our Producer Rob Moretti just mentioned this is the longest first quarter of his life. Or was the longest first quarter of his life. The Trojans will get the
penalties,
ball.
box snaps, and explosive runners.
Yeah.
It's been the three things we've noticed in this game.
Bro will be
And
back.
another box snap.
An errant snap forces
He gets the punt away though.
errant punt. He finally gets it away.
Oh wow.
It looks like the Black Hats will
Great punt.
touch this
Inside
one
the
down
20.
The bobbled snap, the short gets it away.
at the 27, at the, excuse me, the 17-yard
It'll
line.
be first and 10 for the Trojans on the 19.
19-yard line. It'll be first and 10.
There
The
is another
Trojans
flag on the play.
pick up, and we have another flag on the play. Waiting for the referee's call here. The clouds are starting to come over here at Ryneck High School. What was an overcast day with some sun breaking through is now turned completely cloudy.
The flag was for a false start. It has been declined.
So it was a false start. That was the flag on the play, but it was declined. So the Trojans will be beginning their drive at the 19-yard line. 6-6 game here at Ryneck High School. Anthony Carlo here with you with Armand Matteo for LMC Varsity Sports. We've seen a game covered up by penalties so far.
Yes. Penalties, snaps, miscommunications, and the running backs.
So Shaman will receive the snap, and he hands it off up the middle to Golden, who is stuffed by the Black Hats defense, and 2 flags are thrown on the play.
Number 24, William Golden with the carry. Gain of about 1.
It's about a 1-yard gain on the William Golden carry, but we're waiting to see what these additional penalties are. Looks like the referees are having a meeting right now.
Well,
And it looks like
Brook did get
holding.
pushed back on that play.
It's going to be a holding call.
Personal foul penalty
personal
against
foul.
Blindbrook.
Personal foul call against Blindbrook. So they're going to lose some yardage on that play.
And the last 2 possessions for Blindbrook has been very questionable possessions. They've had penalties, holdings. Holdings have been killing them.
There was only 1-yard gain on that play, but they're going to be dropped back now about 5 yards on that penalty. Or it would be actually a 10-yard loss. Yeah, it's a 10-yard loss on that personal foul call.
Taken down in 25 for Blindbrook.
Second and 25. Another penalty is thrown, and this is starting to become a joke at this point, at the amount of penalties that are being called here. Looks like
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Looks like a sideline warning was
Penalty
issued
against Blindbrook.
towards Blindbrook.
penalty against Blindbrook. The refs are really digging deep into the arsenal to call penalties today. Shaman hands it off to Golden. He moves up, bends it out to the left, and he's taken down
It gives it to Golden.
for about a gain of
Picks up about 7 on the
7
play.
yards.
Dan Humphreys in on the tackle.
William Golden seems to be a cutback running back. He uses more of his speed than his size to find the hole.
3rd down and 15.
And Ryneck's starting to figure this out. And they're closing the gaps. And we have another
We have a flag
penalty.
on the play.
another flag on the play. Looks like too many players on the field. They're counting the players up. Let's see which this is going to go against. It looks like they're counting the amount of Black Hats that were on the field for that play.
1, 2, 3, 7.
And the referee is double checking what he threw the flag
There's
for.
11 players in the field for the Black Hats.
So it looks like it was a mistake. They're gonna take that penalty. Take that penalty, render
Third down and 15.
Ineffective there, ineffective as 3rd down 15. Shaman drops back, he's rolling to his right. Now he's looking across the field in trouble. Black Cat defense moving in. Shaman running it himself up the field. He's taken down and another penalty on the play.
That's a late hit on the quarterback.
There is another flag on the play.
He was running to the sideline, late hit.
So we will wait to see what
That's a big penalty for the Black Hats.
the penalty will be now. Yeah,
That's going to put
that'll put them in very good field position.
Yeah. I mean, the Black Hats did everything well. They forced him left, they got him outside, but then they made an ill-advised play. But Blind Brook will definitely benefit from this.
What we saw there again was Shaman utilizing his legs, saw nothing in the field, and
Boy, cut across field.
yeah, Big Ben maybe. Ben Roethlisberger, though Big Ben doesn't run too often anymore. So let's see where the referees are going to spot the ball after this penalty. They're going to announce the penalty right now. False start on the Trojans. And face mask on Black Cat, so both penalties are declined. It will be 3rd down. Be 3rd down on the play.
All these penalties I'm watching, it's like I'm watching an NFL game.
Yeah, I'm starting to get dizzy. I can't keep track with all the penalties.
Should have moved them up. The face mask is
So the
Blind
Trojans,
Brooks, yeah, gonna be at the 40.
it looks like the penalty in this moment that is going to
30.
affect the game is going to be the penalty on the Black Cats, which was a face mask call.
The penalty was against the Black Hats, leading to an automatic first down.
Trojans will now get the automatic
10.
first down, and it'll be 1st and
From
10
the 30.
at the 30-yard line. Shaman is in very good position right now for his team on this drive. Hands it off to Golden. Golden is stopped by the Black Hat defense for a gain of 1. And another penalty is flag drawn. So Garofalo was able to stuff that play before it even got going, but face mask on the Black Hats again. Repeat first down.
Guys, stop grabbing the helmet.
Keep it in your pants, Rob!
And now the crowd is starting to get restless with the amount of penalties being thrown against the hometown favorite, the Black Hats. And I'm sorry, it won't be a repeat first down. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Correction, first down and 5.
No, I was right.
Oh, you was right.
I was right. 1st down and 5. Shaneman takes the snap, hands it off to Golden. Golden is taken down for maybe a gain of 1.
The Black Hats defensive line has made adjustments. The first 2 possessions, Blind Brook came out with that mentality of we're gonna ground and pound. But the last 2 possessions, the Black Hats have kept them in containment. Golden's had a hard time the last 2 possessions. Great play calling by the defense.
Zach Schmalecki assisted on that stop.
He's been an impactful player on this defense. We've said his name many times already.
It's going to be 2nd down and 6 here.
Oh.
And 4, I should say. 2nd down and 4. It looks like we had a penalty on the Black Hats.
Offsides.
Offsides.
Defense.
I don't know who it was at this point.
I believe it's the Black Hats.
Yeah, but which player I was referring to.
Oh, the player?
Looked like the whole team jumped.
Yeah, the 2 guys on the left side. And I didn't get there.
So that's a big penalty there. Puts Blind Brook at 1st and 10 now. Shaneman with I formation, fullback in the backfield, and he's going to hand it off to his fullback as the Black Cat defense stuffs the run once again. They're picking up the run very well. Dina Peasy was the fullback in that instance, and he's taken down. Cameron Broom made the tackle on the play.
Let's go right now! Come on, D!
Shaman, same formation in the backfield. And he fakes it to the running back, throws left, and he has a completion.
Good play call by the Blind Brook offense.
I'm sorry, Philip Cambriello. So they did go to the play action there, and they saw that the Black Cats were picking up on the run.
Good play calling.
Third down and 3 to go for Blind Brook.
Again,
Third down and 3. Big possession.
good amount of yardage gained on that play. Shaman looking to convert here on third down. I formation. Golden in the backfield. We have a timeout called by the Trojans. So we're going to take a break here on LMC Varsity Sports. Anthony Carlo and Armand Matteo will be right back. 6-6 game in the second quarter. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 6-6 game. Anthony Carlo with Armand Matteo accompanying you on this Saturday afternoon. It'll be a third down and 3 at the 47.5-yard line for the Trojans. Shaman with the play action pass. Shaman rolling to his right, looking to run. Now he's going to drop back and try and throw, and he has an open receiver, and it looks like that receiver, Sam Brandeis, for a first down.
Shaman is playing great.
He had a world of time to throw on that play.
Yeah. I thought he was going to run it. He made a great pass, found the eligible receiver open at the 40-yard line, cross field, great play.
Well, what happened there as well, I think that the Black Hat defense started converging in on Shaman.
Yeah,
left the man open.
Actually, I think they were trying to converge on Golden. They probably thought they were going to run. 3rd and 3. Shaman made a great call at the play action.
So it's going to be a first down here for Shaman. He calls in motion Philip Cambriello, and he's going to take it himself, bend out to the left, but there's the Black Hat defense. And there is Chris Ricard making the initial stop on the play. And Cameron Broom also involved on that tackle. So it looks like it's going to be second down and about 10 here. Shaman in shotgun, calls in motion Golden. Now Shaman running in trouble, and the Black Cats take him down, but Shaman was able to release the ball just before he was sacked.
Intentional grounding.
Incomplete pass.
There's a flag down on the play.
And a flag on the play. What do you think that was, Armand?
Intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding. He had no receiver.
He was not
around.
outside the pocket. He was in the pocket. Defense got him and he threw it to an area where there was no receivers.
Yeah. And I didn't see any receiver there either.
I'm all right.
So that's going to be a 10-yard. Looks more than that. It's a 15-yard penalty. And the Trojans are put all the way back.
The thing that Ryneck is executing on defense is they're not slipping up on these tackles. They are bringing down tackles. No broken tackles are being committed for the Ryneck defense. While on the other side, Phil Blindbrook has allowed Brescia to, get outside and break certain tackles.
They had Dina
Look at the
Pizzi in
pass rush
motion.
coming.
And there's a near interception by the Black Cats, and it was Chris Richard who made that near interception. Pizzi was in motion on that play. Shaman went to throw under pressure, and on the 3rd and long.
And guess what, Ant? We have another flag.
The 3rd and long, the Trojans could not convert with another flag on the play. Well, let's see if the Trojans will get another chance here. I'm not sure if this penalty was against the Black. Yeah, it looks like it was against the Black Cats. This penalty is going to bring the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line, and the Trojans will have another opportunity after the personal foul call.
15 yards against the 1st and 10.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for Blindbrook. Now, a penalty like that, Armand, that could just kill the Black Cats' chances to try to win this game. I mean, they have been down and out.
They have. Penalties have been killing both of these teams.
Now it's 1st and 10, great field position. They're at the 40-yard line. They got a world of momentum moving forward. A 6-6 game. Shaneman setting up in shotgun. He's got a split back to the right of him, and looks like Golden in the back. He hands it off to Golden, and Golden rumbles up the gut, but he's stopped by the Black Hats. Gain of about maybe 2.
I'm so impressed with the way that the front 2 guys in that front base 4 line have adjusted from that big run up the gut in the beginning of the game. They have now allowed him to break containment after that.
Pedro Cueto and Garofalo came in on the stop for the Black Hats, and I agree. I think a great thing that the Black Hats have been able to do is stuff that run.
Yeah, the nose tackles.
It's going to be 2nd down and 6 here for the Trojans. Looks like same formation. Shaneman takes a snap on shotgun, fakes the handoff, throws right, and he misses Justin DeCanio. I should say Justin DeCanio misses the football.
Intended for Justin DeCanio, falls incomplete.
Incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Trojans.
Shaneman looked like he was going to throw that ball to the flats, but he faked the throw and threw it up the middle. But great coverage.
It was good coverage. There was a Black Hat right there to nail DeCanio, even if he had caught that ball. 3rd and 6, I'd say this is a key conversion for this team. If they can keep this drive going and try and put points on the board, I wouldn't say it'd be an easy task.
No, it would not. And even if they were not to execute it, this is 4-down territory. It's been a good drive from Brook.
Shaneman calls in motion. His receiver hands off to Golden, and the run is stopped by the Black Hats at the 40-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 6, I believe, a gain of nothing on that play, and we can expect the Trojans to punt on this play with a 4th and 6 now.
Ryneck has taken William Golden out of this game in the 2nd quarter. First quarter, William Golden looked like he could not be stopped, but the 2nd quarter, that defensive line stopped him yet again.
Shaneman is going to be back to punt. It looks like Brescia and Richard are back to receive the punt. Looks like Brescia settling under it, and he lets it fall in, and into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. It'll come out to the 20 for the Black Hats. Take a break here on LMC Varsity Sports. Tie game 6-6. Good game here on LMC Varsity Sports. Anthony Carlo and Armand Matteo with you today. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, the Black Hats have the ball at the 20-yard line. They're 20, and they're looking with Sevion as QB in shotgun. He receives it, rolls to his left, now pitches it to Brescia on the option, and he's stuffed on the run.
Nice play. Very nice play by Sevion, yeah.
There's that wildcat play by the Black Hats, and it's definitely a good move.
There's that flip toss. Great play.
They gain a lot on that play. They get another 1st down.
It looked like Brook in that possession were showing blitz. Great play call to go to the outside instead of going up the middle, because up the middle would have been most likely stopped.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Ryneck Black Hats.
They're playing press defense, Brook.
Sevion has Brescia in the backfield. Sevion in shotgun, rolls to his right, pitches it again to Brescia. Wild cat on the opposite side of the field, and this time the Trojans respond a little bit better.
I like it. They went to the opposite side of the field this play. And again, the problem is Brook's showing 8 guys in the line. They only have 3 guys back outside 10 yards. So, I mean, if you don't get to the quarterback, big things could be glooming downfield for the running back.
So it's a pickup of about 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4 here for the Black Hats. So another good chunk of yardage, though, even though the Trojans responded better. Still moving the chains, the Black Hats are.
Great possession.
Sevion has Brescia back there again, motioning Richard. Now Sevion's being dragged down in the backfield. He's not down. Yes, he is down. He is sacked for a loss. Jake Sevion.
Richard, Anthony.
Richard, I'm sorry. Chris Richard, excuse me, had the ball on that play. It's a loss of about 5. So it was a loss of about 5. Sevion has Brescia in the backfield again.
Look for a chart downfield here.
Fakes the handoff to Brescia, and now he's moving to his right. He breaks a couple of tackles, looking downfield, but he's going to run, and he will be taken out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And there is a flag thrown on the play. We'll see what this is.
Late hit on the
for.
defense. He's run out of bounds.
So after Sevion had stepped out, somebody had come up with a late hit on him. I thought Sevion was going to throw it the way he was looking downfield.
He made a nice spin out of that tackle, too.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The penalty is against Ryneck. It wasn't a late hit on Ryneck. That penalty is against Ryneck.
Was it holding?
There will still be a first down for the Black Hats.
Isolation coverage.
First down for the Black Hats, though they receive a big loss on the penalty.
Frank Caparelli is in isolation coverage right here. Let's see if they look to him. Again, Brook is covering the line. They are bringing people.
Sevion hands it off to Brescia, busting through the middle, and there's a big gain for the first down. Brescia with a 12-yard gain for the Black Hats. And it'll be another first down for Ryneck.
Dominic has shown no signs of fatigue. Both quarters he has been hot, and he stayed hot. William Golden, the second quarter, looks like he's been taken out of this game. But Brook cannot combat that by stopping Brescia as he continues to torch them.
And timeout Ryneck, so we will take a break here on LMC Varsity Sports. Be right back, 6-6 game. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports. It'll be first down for the Black Hats. Calling in motion is Sevion. He hands it off to Brescia, and there's a flag on the play. And the Trojans are able to stop Brescia, who was trying to bend it to the right side. He couldn't turn the corner, though. And now there is another flag on the play. We'll wait to see what this one is. Looks like false start on the Black Hats, and that's going to be a loss. It's going to be first down for Ryneck, as they have a loss on the play. They'll try and continue their drive here with a little bit of time remaining in the second quarter. 6-6 game. Sevion in shotgun. Hands it off, and that is Brescia. And another flag on the play as Brescia's taken down by the Trojans. And making the tackle
Ryan Shaman.
Is Ryan Shaman again. Jack of all trades.
Him and Jake Sevion are both very similar players. They're both the all-around players for both teams.
That is true. It looks like holding or let's see, holding call against Ryneck. Another penalty will set back the Black Hats again. Sevion
Ryneck
in the backfield by himself in shotgun formation. And here he drops back. Now Sevion sees a hole, runs up the center of it, and is taken down at the 40-yard line as Jake Sevion makes a good chunk of change there in yardage.
Brook looks like they changed up their scheme there. They backed off the line. They used to have 8 guys in the line. It looked like they only had 5 that time.
Well, what Sevion there does is cuts down the amount of yardage they were set back with now 2nd and 12. And it looks like we're at a timeout, so we will be back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 6-6. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports. After that timeout, the Black Cats will pick it up at 2nd and 12.
Following the timeout, it'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Black Cats.
As the Trojans try and stop a team that has been flourished with penalties here on this current drive. And Sevion takes the snap, drops back, rolling a little bit, throws deep to Richard, and it's intercepted! The Trojans have intercepted the ball, and it looks like it was Philip Cambriello intercepting that pass from Jake Sevion.
He's coming up limping too.
And immediately being helped off the field after intercepting that ball, and it was just too much coverage for Sevion to throw that ball.
It was. Great play down the field by the Blind Brook secondary.
So that is a turnover, I believe the first of the day for the Black Cats, and it will be the Trojans football at the 25-yard line.
As you said beforehand, this is a big game for the playoff standings. And we have a score update here. We have Dobbs Ferry up 35-26 on Haldane in the second half. So it's a big game.
Shaman has two backs in the backfield, and he hands it off to Golden, who follows his fullback, but cannot gain that much on that play as the Black Cats move in. It's about a 2-yard gain. It'll be about a 2nd and 8.
If Blind Brook wants to try and pull off this upset, they're going to need to focus on William Golden and get back on track.
Pedro Cueto did a good job stuffing the run there.
2nd down and 8.
You speak about playoffs coming up. Bronxville has been a juggernaut in this conference, 6-0. And this is the only team that the Ryneck Blackcats have lost to was Bronxville. So Shaman's got that I formation. And another very similar play to Golden, but the Black Cats are picking up on it very well. And they stuff Golden, a gain of none, I believe, on the play.
I preach and preach how good they have contained William Golden.
It'll be about 3rd down and 7 here in order for the Trojans to get a first down, but another timeout is called, so we will be back here on LMC Varsity Sports. You're in for a treat here, 6-6 game going into halftime. We'll be right back.
Performance by our cheerleader.
We're back here on LMC Varsity Sports. 50 seconds left here in the first half.
3rd down and 6 to go.
It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Trojans here. Shaman that I formation, and he will hand it off to William Golden, who is stuffed by the Black Cat defense for no gain.
The Ryneck defense has kept them in this game. They're playing great.
Cameron Broom and Noah Ponticello involved on the stop.
4th down and 6 for Blind Brook.
It'll be 4th down and 6 here, and it looks like the Black Cats are setting up for the punt return. They have Sevion and Brescia, that dynamic duo, back to receive the kick at about the 40-yard line. Looks like there's a little bit of a delay here.
The clock is going down though.
Yeah, the clock is running down.
Now they finally stopped at 8 seconds.
And Blind Brook will take a timeout with only 8 seconds left here in the first half. So we'll return right back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, the Trojans will be setting up to punt this ball on a 4th and 6. Sevion and Brescia
It looks like they're going for it.
set up to receive the punt. And it looks like Blind Brook may be going for this. No, they will
faked
punt
it.
it.
All right.
And
it's smart punt.
It'll bounce just at the 45-yard line and go out. With seconds remaining here in the first half, there was a flag thrown on the play. So we will see what the refs have picked up on here. It looks like a personal foul against the Ryneck Blackcats. So they will spot the ball at, should be, the 30-yard line.
Penalty was for holding against Ryneck.
And it was holding, I'm sorry, not a personal foul. It was holding against Ryneck.
I believe it was number 50, Matt Garofalo.
First and 10 from the 30.
So it'll be a first and 10 from the 30 as the Black Cats, with seconds remaining here in the first half, try to put themselves a touchdown up on the Trojans. They don't have much time to do it. So Sevion will receive the snap, and he drops back to pass. He's looking downfield, throws for Richard. Richard makes the catch and is taken down. No, he breaks the tackle. Nobody can take him down.
Sevion passes complete to Chris
That is a big gain for Chris Richard.
Gain of about 17
A
yards.
17-yard gain, to be specific, and
That should do it here. Go into the half.
it looks like that. Well, we do have a penalty here on the play.
Probably on the,
And
should be on the defense.
should be the end of the half. I guess it was a penalty. It was holding on Ryneck, but with the end of the first half, the game stays tied 6-6 on LMC Varsity Sports. Anthony Carlo and Armand Matteo will be back here after halftime to continue this broadcast. We're back here on LMC Varsity Sports, joined by Armand Matteo. I'm Anthony Carlo. We're at a 6-6 game, picking up in the second half. The Black Cats had deferred earlier on, so they will be receiving here. And there was also a penalty before the first half came to an end, a personal foul, which they are enforcing right now. So there is the kick, and Sam Bradis kicked it away. The Black Cats were looks like it may be the Trojans' ball. With the onside kick they went with, the Trojans may have recovered the football. Yeah, it will be Trojans football. Successful with the onside kick. And
Isn't that
recovered.
9 yards though? It looks like it's 9 yards. I don't understand this call. It's not 10 yards. The kick. I think it might have, yeah, it might have touched the Black Cat first.
Yeah, so it would be.
That's true.
It would be considered then fumble by the. It would be considered a fumble by the Black Cats and then recovered by the Trojans. So they'll.
Yeah. Once touched by the team that's recovering the ball, you're then eligible to recover it. Yeah, the kickoff team. So
They'll pick it up at about the 34. Shaneman has his running backs in the backfield. Takes the snap and he hands it off to Goldman to begin, and Goldman is stopped. Maybe a gain of 1 if the Trojans are lucky.
Zach Shmalecki, number 51 on the play.
And Zach Shmalecki was the tackler on the play for the Black Cats.
Golden needs to get going if Blindberg wants to win this game. Second quarter, he was not even present. Ryneck single-handedly took him out of the game.
So going with that same formation, I formation with the fullback ahead of Golden. Golden is fake though,
he's deep,
handoff,
he's
and
gone.
Shelman throws deep. He's got his receiver. Short of a touchdown, it'll be at the 1 yard line, and it looks like
Wow.
He's tackled at the 1 yard line by Christopher Clark.
Sam Bradis on the reception.
That was some play by Ryan Steepman. Made some toss. I mean, that was a great play action read. Threw it downfield. No eligible receiver back there on defense. Busted coverage and then great play. So inside the goal line.
That's a big way to open up the second half
Yeah.
for a team that's on the verge of a season collapse. If they want any postseason hopes, they have to come away with the win here. Let's see the red zone defense now by the Black Cats as Shaman tries to put it in, and he is just stuffed by the Black Cat defense who jumped all over him.
Ryneck needs a goal line stand here. They have found a way to stop the run. The run has not gotten going anymore. First 2 possessions, they killed them, and now they stopped it.
And Shaman trying to do the QB sneak once again, trying to push it over the goal line. And it looks like there's a flag down on the play. False start on the Trojans, and that's going to drop them back a little bit. 5-yard penalty here, and should be second down on the play.
Watch the read option here by Shaman. He's going to fake to Golden. He might try and run it in. So secondary they need to stay in their lanes. The linebackers.
Crowd here at Ryneck High School is getting loud. They want a goal line stand from their Black Cat team. Let's see if they can do it. Shaman looking to put this team ahead. He receives the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls right, looking for Brandeis, and it's incomplete. And the interception is missed by Jake Sevion, who had the ball slip right through his fingers.
Great coverage, though. Couldn't bring down the pick, but he stopped the receiver from catching the touchdown pass. So great play.
On the play action, the Black Cats were able to bear down here in the red zone. It's going to be third down. Third and goal here for the Trojans, as Shaman will try and put the Trojans ahead in this contest. He's got that I formation, full back with Golden, the deep back in the backfield. He throws over the middle and it's dropped. It is incomplete. Dropped by Brandeis over the middle. Sam Brandeis could not come up with that one, and it's going to be 4th and goal now. And it'll be interesting to see.
They gotta go for it, Anthony.
It'll be interesting to see what they choose to do here. Not many teams are strong with attempting their field goal, so they may just go for it here. The Black Cats are looking to stop the Trojans here. They're looking to go for it on 4th down. Shaman in shotgun, rolls left, looking for a receiver in trouble, and he is taken down, and the ball is intercepted. Intercepted by Jake Sevion. Let's see if he was sacked before. I don't believe he was sacked before he let go of that one. I think he got the pass off, so that will go as an interception by Jake Sevion to end the Trojan drive on 4th down.
Panther, we need you. You're gonna make noise, Panther.
So Ryneck will get the ball here at
that goal line stance to give momentum to Ryneck. They're going to use this, they're going to feed off it, and they're going to have a nice drive right here.
At the 5-yard line. And there's the handoff to Pedro Cueto. Pedro J. Cueto is busting up the field, and he's still not down yet. Finally, the Trojans are able to stop Cueto. Pedro J. Cueto with a gain of 15 yards on the play, and now a flag is thrown.
That was some impressive run, Anthony.
Well, he's a big kid, and they have a lot of depth with the running game.
Yes, they do.
Though they go to Brescia a lot, they do have the option of going with Sevion or Cueto. And I like Cueto when you need a real bust up the middle. Even though Brescia could do it well, Cueto's a big boy.
Going into this game, Pedro Cueto had 18 carries for 106 yards.
And that's good as not your primary back, but
that's your third back behind like Sevion, who we have seen run the ball many times.
Exactly. So that's going to be a penalty against the Trojans. And it's going to be first down at the 35-yard line for the Black Cats. Is that penalty against the Trojans and
unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will give the Black Cats a chance as Brescia receives the handoff and is taken down after maybe a gain of 1 or 2.
That was a hard 2 yards though, Anthony. He ran hard. He is a resilient runner.
Had to earn those 2 yards, huh?
Yeah, way to earn them.
No dinner at night unless he earned those 2 yards.
Yeah.
Get a big chicken dinner now.
He made that 2-yard run look like a 20-yard run.
Yeah. Expended as much energy as he would have on a 20-yard run. Once again, Armand Matteo and Anthony Carlo joining you here on LMC Varsity Sports. The Ryneck Blackcats trying to put an end to playoff hopes for the Trojans here of Blind Brook. And it'll be a second down and a 7 as Brescia is handed off the ball. He goes left, he bends it, turns the corner, and is taken down with a 12-yard gain at about the 47-yard line.
That zone read, Blind Brook cannot stop the zone read. There's a reason why.
48-yard line.
Yeah, there's a reason why this Ryneck offense is so, just dangerous running the football. That's because they're able to use all sides of the football field. They can run left, they can run right, they can run up the gut, and they have great vision in the backfield.
There's the handoff to Pedro J. Cueto, who rumbles up the middle for a gain of maybe 2.
I would like to see Sevion just, go and play action, just throw the ball to Chris Richard down the field and make a, unexpected play. Because we haven't seen any throws downfield besides at the end of the second quarter when time was expiring. But they got to change it up here. I think they're saving that big play though.
It's going to be second down, about 9 for the Blackcats. And there's the handoff to Brescia, who hurdles over a tackle, and now he's moving up the sideline, taking down at the 35-yard line.
Then he hurdled, and then he broke containment.
For the first down and a gain of about 10 yards.
Anthony, what did I say in the beginning of this possession after that goal line stand? Defense, it feeds the momentum to the offense. A goal line stand like that makes the offense want to come on the field and do something with it. And then look what they're doing. They've driven about 55 yards.
Sevion in shotgun hands it off to Brescia, who finds the hole. And now he's breaking away. Brescia breaks another tackle. He's at the 10-yard line, taken down at about the 8. Dominic Brescia with a big run to put the Blackcats in the red zone with a chance to score.
First and goal for the Blackcats, 38-yard line.
So after the big gain from Dominic Brescia, it'll be first and goal. The crowd on their feet. They want their team to score here. The Blackcats are threatening. And it looks like a timeout called by Blind Brook. And we will be back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 6-6 game with the Blackcats attempting to put it in. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, as the weather continues to get colder here, the Blackcats continue to get hotter. Looking to put it in right here as the crowd is on their feet, looking for their team to be a touchdown up on the Trojans, and it's a handoff to Brescia. He bends it out to the left side, turns it upfield, and it's a touchdown! Dominic Brescia on the run, puts it in for the Blackcats, and they are now up 12-6 in the second half.
Momentum, Anthony, momentum.
We've spoke about Dominic Brescia week after week. He's been doing the same thing. He's racked up over 1,000 rushing yards this season.
Averages 220 a game.
A couple of weeks ago, rushed near to 400 yards, and he's utilized as a special weapon again today. There's the pass on the conversion to Cueto, who is not able to break the plane, and the conversion fails. But the Blackcats do get the touchdown here. They do convert in the red zone, and it is now 12-6 in favor of Ryneck. We'll take a break here on LMC Varsity Sports. We'll be right back. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Ryneck Blackcats just went in on Dominic Brescia's rushing touchdown. It is 12-6 in favor of the Blackcats, and they will kick off to the Trojans.
This is just into LMC-tV Sports. Dobbs Ferry has defeated Aldane, and they have eliminated Blind Brook from playoff contention.
Luiso on the kick, and it was Connor Barella on the return, who was taken down at about the 26-yard line.
It's unfortunate. Blind Brook they may have been eliminated from competing in the playoffs this year, but they can still go out and try and make this competitive ball game, which they have already, and maybe pull off an upset win. But on this ensuing, offensive possession, I would like to see them shy away from the run game, because the run game hasn't worked since the first quarter. And Ryan Shaman needs to try and make some big plays either with his feet or passing the ball, which we saw before.
Well, as you said, the drama has been taken out of this one, but this Blackcat crowd is certainly still thriving upon the energy. And Shaman will try and get something started here. He receives the snap, rolls right, and throws incomplete to his intended receiver, Justin DeCanio. And an injury before to Dino Pizzi. Was taken out of the game after Ryneck had scored. But it looks like the Trojans are trying to begin this drive doing what you're saying, and that's get away from the run game.
Then that's what they have to do if they want to try and compete. But this Panther defense has been, this Black Hat defense today has been relentless.
It has
Especially after that first two possessions of the ball game.
Shaman takes the snap and he fakes the handoff, rolls right, throws, and the ball is caught! It is caught by Dino Pizzi. It was deflected by a Ryneck defender and caught by Dino Pizzi, and it is a big gain for the Trojans on that completion.
Should have been an interception. But Blind Brook, they got away with one there.
Well, the ball was deflected, and looking right up in the air was Dino Pizzi to find that football, fall gently in his hands.
I was able to get some yards after the catch.
That's a gain of 18. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans. We're trying to move down the field. In motion is Shaman's receiver. He runs to the left, trying to turn him upfield, and he's taken down by Chris Richard, who read that play beautifully. They often have Philip Gabriello moving in motion before the snap.
This crowd is enthusiastic right now.
This crowd is
They're alive. They are pumping.
The Blackcats definitely have the support of the crowd here as Shaman hands it off to Dino Pizzi, who runs right and is taken down by the Blackcats. Just shy of the 46-yard line. He's taken down by Nick DeRico with a gain of about 2 for Pizzi. Ball is placed at about the 46, as it's going to be 3rd down and 8. I'm sorry. Yes, it will be 3rd down and 8. And there's a flag on the play. Looks like a false start by the Trojans, so it'll be a 5-yard loss on the false start.
It's a delay game.
Oh, it was a delay game?
Yeah.
After the 5-yard penalty, 13.
So Shaman will try to work off of the 5-yard loss. He's got Cambriello in motion, fakes the handoff and throws deep. And that ball is incomplete. The pass was intended for Justin DeCanio. That'll be the end of the attempted drive for the Trojans, as it looks like they'll be punting away here to the Black Hats. Brescia and Chris Richard are in the punt formation ready to return. And that punt sails out of bounds.
Ooh, it's in bounds.
Actually not out of bounds. That ball is touched
Wow,
down
nice
by
punt.
the 10.
And the punt takes a blind bounce on the 10-yard line.
Strategically placed punt. That'll place the Black Hats back at their 10-yard line. We'll be back here on LMC Varsity Sports. It's a 12-6 lead in favor of the Ryneck Black Hats. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Armand Matteo and Anthony Carlo joining you on this cool fall Saturday afternoon. It's been an exciting contest so far as the Black Hats have a 12-6 lead here in the second half.
The last time Jake Sevion in this offense was back here in this situation was when they went all the way down the field, so maybe they might try and ice the game right here.
Shaman takes down Dominic Brescia on the handoff, so it'll be a loss of 1. It'll be second down and 11 here.
They need a long, like, timely managed, possession here. Work the clock.
Yeah, they need to keep the ball out of the Trojans' hands, and the best way to do it is keep the ball for a long time.
Yeah. They're a ground and pound team, as we've seen many times before. We know their style, so this works to their advantage.
Let's go, Ryneck! Let's go, Ryneck!
Sevion hands it off to Brescia, who turns the corner. He's up the right side, and he stiff arms an opponent and steps out of bounds for a big gain. That ball will be spotted about the 32-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Black Hats, and Dom Brescia continues to do damage with the running game. Black Hats hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Sevion shotgun. Hands it off to Brescia, who hits up the gut, and he keeps moving. Breaks a couple of tackles for a big gain.
He can't be stopped. He cannot be stopped.
15-yard gain on the play for Dominic
It's like
Brescia.
he goes in another gear.
Does, yeah, he does. Turns it on. Once he finds that hole.
Second level, he's
That's another Black Hat first down. First and 10.
It's all about, for a running back, it's all about yards after contact, and this kid can do it. It'll be 1st and goal again for the Black Hats. Sevion takes the snap and he hands it off to Pedro J. Cueto, who rumbles up the gut for a couple of yards gain.
Dom Brescia is so elusive though. He can cut, he can pound. I mean, he's pretty big for a high school kid, and he's quick. He's got all the intangibles.
You see the difference right there between Pedro J. Cueto. He's good to run up the middle.
Yes.
Then when you give it to Dom Brescia, he can not only run up the middle, he can cut, he can do whatever he wants. Sevion looks like he's changing up something here.
They both work well off each other.
Yeah. Talks to Pedro J. Cueto before the snap. There he fakes it to Cueto, and Sevion takes matters into his own hands, running past the 40, down to about the 35. For a big gain, Jake Sevion utilizing his legs in that play for about a 20-yard gain.
I was watching the guy, I saw him at the ball. So he picked me out.
They like to run a lot of options off of their run plays. A lot of different ways they utilize the run game. So, going to be 1st and 10 again for the Blackcats, who continue to drive down the field. Jake Sevian is in the shotgun here, and he hands it off to Brescia. Brescia making some maneuvers to take it all the way down to about the 25-yard line.
Another big run by Brescia.
Brescia continues to move the chains for the Blackcat offense. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line to be more exact. The Blackcat crowd, just like their defense, is relentless. Sevian's got stacked running backs to his left. He fakes the handoff, turns left, and turns it up the field, breaking a tackle for the touchdown! Jake Sevian brings it home for the Blackcats, and they have made this a 2-touchdown competition.
The read option is a great element in football, and Ryneck Blackcats executed perfectly. Brescia has been that factor that Brook has not been able to stop, and so they collapse on him and leave Jake Sevian able to climb in the end zone to ice the game.
Sevian used a couple of maneuvers there to get past some tacklers and brought it home, where the Ryneck Blackcats will try and tack on another 2 here. Sevian fakes the handoff. He's running right and is taken down at the 5-yard line. And the 2-point conversion is no good for the Blackcats, but they do lead 18-6. Looks like there was a penalty on the play, which is declined.
I believe that was only the second flag of the quarter.
Yeah, which is a
been
good
that
thing.
many. Yeah, it's been a good thing for this
False
game.
start is declined, but we'll be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 18-6 in favor of the Blackcats. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Anthony Carlo and Armand Matteo. Taking a look at this Brook-Ryneck game, in which the Ryneck Blackcats lead 18-6 here in the second half. It'll be Luiso to kick off to the Trojans here, and I'd say pretty lengthy kick. It is picked up by the Trojans, and number 22, Robert Giuliano, is taken down at the 32-yard line, where the Trojans will begin their drive.
Ryan Schramm in this offense needs to score quickly, because time is running against them as we are approaching the 4th quarter here, and they're down multiple scores. They're going to need to have an explosive air attack right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at this in many different ways, but the fact is they need some big plays. They need some plays that'll get them a lot of yardage in a short time.
And this Panther defense, Brook is very similar to Ryneck. They like to run. But Ryneck's defense has been stellar since the 1st quarter.
Opezi called in motion, handed off to Golden, and he is taken down at the 37-yard line for a gain of about 4.
Well, we don't need any more penalties. One minute play before the quarter ends. Let's go, defense!
Shaman's got a couple of receivers lined up on his left. Fakes the handoff to Golden and fires to the intended receiver, Opezi, and that ball is deflected off his hands for an incomplete pass. It will be 3rd down on the play.
Third down and 6 for Blind Brook.
Third down and 6 as Shaneman sets up in shotgun. All receivers set besides Golden, who's running back. And Shaneman rolls right, throwing, and he's got his intended receiver. Sam Dice for a gain for enough to get that first down. And that is a gain.
Great play by Shaneman there.
That is a big gain for about.
He was under duress in the pocket. He rolled right. There was a blitz coming, and got the ball upfield. Great play.
So that is the end of the third quarter. We will be going into the fourth quarter with an 18-6 lead for the Ryneck Blackcats on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Blackcats lead 18-6 here as we begin the fourth quarter. Anthony Carlo and Armand Matteo joining you on this football Saturday. First and 10 for Blind Brook, beginning his possession. Shaneman drops back, looking for an open receiver. He fires, incomplete. Pass looked to be intended for O'Peasy, but I don't even believe O'Peasy was looking towards Shaneman when he released that ball. Which is not a problem as long as you know when to turn around, but I don't know if O'Peasy ever turned around on that.
He didn't turn around
that
now.
pass.
Miscommunication.
What if there was some flag for
It'll be second down and 10 here for Blind Brook. Golden is changing his lineup now. He'll move to the right of Shaneman. In motion is Cambriello. Shaneman drops back, looking to throw, in trouble. Sacked! Sacked by Garofalo. Matt Garofalo put the pressure on Shaneman, and he takes him down for a loss of 15 yards on the play. That'll put the Blind Brook Trojans at a third and long, which is not going to help as they try to claw themselves back into this game, with not much time remaining. Shaneman looking to pass again, rolls to his left, throws deep, and that ball is nearly intercepted by Jake Serion. The pass was intended for Justin DeCanio, but double coverage on DeCanio prevented.
Exactly. There was great help in the secondary by the safety was able to cover over the top with the corner defender. So great play to keep DeCanio out of catching a possible long conversion.
What are you looking for there, Armand, as a member of the secondary to try and help out? When do you realize you need to help somebody else out?
When the corner gets beat, and then the safety's like the quarterback of the defense. They're looking over the top, they see it, and that's what I believe Jake Sevion did. I think he was a defender on that play.
So Shaneman punts it off, and it'll be received by Richard, who moves forward, makes a couple of swift moves, he's heading up the sideline. Richard down past the 30, taking down Chris Richard with a big gain on the punt return and puts the Ryneck Blackcats in great field position to score again.
Special teams, and special teams.
They're lethal on special teams, this Blackcat team. Between Sevion, Richard, Brescia.
There's so many different possible options.
And they're using all of them.
They use them all, exactly.
It'll be first and 10 for the Ryneck Blackcats. Two in the the backfield as Sevion pitches it left to Brescia, who turns it upfield, and he will take it in for the score. Dominic Brescia, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ryneck Blackcats have made this a 3-score competition.
That was just great blocking. I mean, Brescia, he found the hole, and he popped right through it into the touchdown, in for a touchdown. But great blocking by the wide receiver to the left of the field, and the left tackle, just great.
They made a big hole for him.
Formulated a pattern for him just to go right through there, untouched. Offensive line's incredible for the Ryneck Blackcats.
The least people we've given credit to
least
today.
people give credit to them. Without them, Brescia wouldn't be as good as he is, you know?
Yep. Sevion hands it off to Brescia, who puts it in for 2 points. Dominic Brescia has carried this team on his back to a 26-6 ball game in favor of the Blackcats. We'll return on LMC Varsity Sports with the Trojans getting the football.
Back on LMC TV, there's been breaking news that Ryneck has clinched the 2nd seed.
So with that in their back pocket, they'll walk away from this game feeling good. Blackcats are going to be kicking off now to the Trojans, and it will be Luiso sending the kick downfield. It's a short kick, and it goes out of bounds just near the 40-yard line. There is a flag on the play, the 30-yard line, I'm sorry. There is a flag down on the play. We will see what that flag is when we come back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, illegal procedure penalty with the kick out of bounds has put the Trojans at the 40, near the 35-yard line. Shaneman hands it off up the middle, and it's Golden rumbling forward for a gain of about 5. It'll be second and 5.
Ryneck has adjusted so well. I mean, they've really taken this kid out of the game. That first drive, he ran for a 40-yard touchdown, and after that, he's been...
Second and 5. 2 backs in the backfield, I formation for Shaman. Calls in motion his receiver, and he hands it off to Apizzi, who blasts through the middle and is taken back a few yards by the Blackcat defense, but Apizzi does come up with a gain of about 4. Stuffing the run that time was Pedro J. Cueto and Chemalecki chiming in.
Going back to the beginning of the game, I think it was a smart decision to defer and kick the ball because this team, the crowd was behind supporting this ball club. They're in it, and they just turned up in the second half. They did not show any remorse or sympathy, and they just piled on points.
Well, they forged forward for a first down there. Shaman, if you want to do it right, do it yourself. And Shaman puts it right up the middle, takes it right up the middle himself for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the 47-yard line. Shaneman fakes the handoff, play action, throws deep, and that ball is intercepted. Jake Sevion intercepts the pass that was intended for Jacob Wynn, and Sevion taking this one all the way back. He'll step out of bounds at the 40-yard line, but Jake Sevion with a big interception.
This guy Sevion is as good as a corner as he is a quarterback. He made a big play on the possession before this over the top to help out the other corner to stop that. Remember that double coverage? And now he comes back with one-handed interception. Unbelievable talent this kid possesses.
That may have just closed out this game in favor of the Blackcats. There wasn't much hope before that interception, but there's certainly not any more hope now.
And look who's coming onto the field. Dan Gottlieb. Coming in to take the snaps.
Dan Gottlieb was taking a lot of snaps earlier on this season, but they've been going a lot with Jake Sevion as their quarterback of late. And
appears they're changing the system a little bit.
Yeah, right now, it looks like the timeout will be called here by the Trojans. We'll return here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Armand Matteo and Anthony Carlo. Watching this thing unravel for Blind Brook. It's 26-6 in favor of the Black Cats right now. As Armand mentioned before, we're seeing Dan Gottlieb as the quarterback, and shotgun here, and he hands it off to Ajram, who takes it upfield. And Ajram with a big gain there of about 7 yards. Gabe Ajram, that's the first possession we've seen from him today, as the Black Cats may be starting to give some of their other players some ball possession time now.
The game is starting to, it's coming out of reach for Blind Brook, so, they're coming in with substitution packages, so the subs are looking good though. A lot of depth on this team.
Got Gio Maffei and Ajram down his backfield, and he pitches it to Ajram, who turns it upfield and is taken down by Justin Palmieri after a gain of about 2. It'll be 3rd down for the Black Cats. Try to move the ball down the field again for maybe another score. Thank you. Gottlieb takes the snap and he hands it off up the middle to Ozemic, and Ozemic is dropped.
Should be offsides on the defense, but we'll see what the call is.
The referees trying to explain what the penalty was, penalty flag was thrown for. And it looks like Ryneck substituting their players out, so looks like they're switching in. Not too sure what's going on right now, to be completely honest with you.
It looks like a punt will be ensuing here.
It looks like they'll be punting it away. Special teams comes onto the field, and it looks like a fake, and there's the pass. Caught by Gio. Oh, dropped. Almost caught by Gio Maffei. Had it in his hands.
He did.
Could not reel it in.
The head caused the incompletion, but it looked like a good fake. Looked like they had something going there.
Yeah, Maffei nearly catching that one. That would be I think the second fake today they had on special teams. And the Black Cats try and orchestrate another drive to put points on the board, already leading 26-6. This game was tied for most of the first half. We came in the second half actually with a tie score, 6-6. And the Black Cats ran away with it after that. The Trojan ball at the 35-yard line. Sherman hands it off, and he's taken down after a short gain is William Golden. So there is no gain on that play. 2nd and 10 for the Trojans. Certainly getting to that cold weather. I'm not looking forward to it.
It is so chilly out here, Anthony, right now.
I am not looking forward to it. I'm definitely more of a summer person. Shaman in the shotgun, and it's an errant snap. The ball is on the ground, and it looks to be recovered by the Black Cats football. They recover the fumble, and the Black Cats score again.
Oh, man. That's a touchdown.
Nick D'Erico takes it in, recovering the fumble. After Shaman just tried to gather himself after the bad snap and just couldn't do it.
This game is taking a worse for Blind Brook. And it's definitely done that.
Oh, almost got stung. You see that?
Yeah, I saw that. You got killer bees out here.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it's gonna make one more piece go.
Well, it looks like Ryneck will gather another win in the all-time series between these teams. They were down 36-29 head-to-head, but now it looks like it'll be 36-30.
Gottlieb directing traffic, setting up his players in the backfield, looking for a 2-point conversion here. Takes the snap, rolls right, looking to throw, and it's caught but out of bounds.
Number 9, Dan Gottlieb.
Tried to thread the needle.
Crystal Chart, but the 2-point conversion falls short.
So, as the Black Cats score again, their 2-point conversion falls short, but they do lead 32-6. Here, deep into the 4th quarter, we'll be returning on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here at LMC Varsity Sports, the Black Cats will be kicking off after they scored on their last possession. And it will be, once again, John Luizzo kicking off for the Black Cats. Back to receive are the Trojans, and it looks like it's going to be received by Justin DeCanio, who moves up the field for a short amount of yardage, and the Trojans will come out onto the field at about the 30-yard line to begin their drive. So the Trojans break from their huddle. It'll be 1st and 10. With Opezi as the fullback and Golden in the backfield. Handing off to Opezi. He stiff arms the defender, but is taken down at nearly the 35-yard line. And Dorico was able to stop that run in the process. With a short gain for the Trojans. Second and 10 as Shaman hands it off to Golden, who's taken down at the 40-yard line. And Noah Ponticello was the tackler on the play. It'll be about 3rd and 5 coming up.
It's funny how this game has transpired. First half,
a little less, 3rd and 3.
First half, all penalties throughout the half. It looked like an ugly game. The second half, it's been going up and down the field, especially for Ryneck, as we see on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
But there hasn't been any flags.
We might have something right here.
And then there was one.
Just as soon as you spoke, flag was thrown, and it looks like it's going to be in favor of the Trojans. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down. So we'll see what the penalty was. It was offsides on the defense. Handed off to Golden, who powers through the hole.
I think that's Golden's longest run since the first quarter.
Yeah, they have silenced Golden for a while.
Beginning of the game, we said this game was going to come down to the battle of the running backs. It clearly looks like Brescia got the upper hand.
Yeah. They were both going neck and neck in the first half. And Golden with the gain of about 5 there. It's going to be 2nd down and 2. Shaman has in motion his receiver, hands it off to Golden. And Golden finds the hole and is taken down by Greenland and Broom. After a 1st down rush for the Trojans. It'll be 1st and 10 for Blind Brook, setting up at the 37-yard line. Shaman calls his receiver in motion, fakes the handoff, and tries to take it up the gut, but he is stuffed by the Ryneck defense.
Shaman tries to keep it, but number 55, Ian Gabriel, is there to meet him.
And Ian Gabriel was the player stopping that run right there for the Black Hats. High formation, Shaman hands it off to Golden. Powers ahead and still up. Taken down finally.
Golden on the carry.
Near
Picks up
the 20-yard line.
First down.
Another 1st down for Blind Brook.
This time, can all the Ryneck senior parents, all the parents of Ryneck football seniors, please report down to the gate
Approaching a 2-minute
around
warning
the
here
40-yard line.
in the 4th quarter. Shaman hands it off to Golden, who finds the hole and is met at about
Golden with another carry, stopped by number 2, Steve McQuillan.
14-yard line, stopped by Steve McQuillan.
Second down and 2 to go for Blind Brook.
It'll be a 2nd and 2 in order to convert here for Blind Brook.
That front 7 of this Ryneck football team has been big in the 2nd half. They stopped the run game. William Golden has been silenced throughout the last 3 quarters. And even Shaman couldn't even get anything going.
Carry goes straight
Great. Pressure on the quarterback.
Vermont Bryant, number 38, is there with Ian Gabriel for the tackle.
Shaman handed it off to Opizzi on that possession. And Opizzi was taken down after a short gain of about 1 or 2.
Hey, even though Opizzi's been taken out of the game, at the beginning of the game, Shaman kept targeting him. But Sevion was biting into that and got a pick. They're taking out their playmakers.
Shaman hands it off to Golden, who runs it up the middle and is taken down
Just short of the goal line.
And William Golden takes it down to the 1-yard line.
right down to the 1-yard line.
It's 1st and goal for Blind Brook from the 1.
Clock is ticking away. With
So
40 seconds and counting.
With 40 seconds left, the Trojans will try and tack on one more touchdown before this game comes to a completion. 32-6 in a blowout. The Black Cats lead. Shaneman hands it off to Golden, who powers it in for a touchdown. William Golden
takes it in for the Blind Brook
takes it in for the score. 32-12 now, Black Cats.
Touchdown makes the score 32-12, Ryneck.
Gotta give it up to Blind Brook though. They played one heck of a game. Man.
Well,
So it was 6-6 at the half. It came out good, but there's only so much you could do. Ryneck is clearly a better football team. They're going to the playoffs, but they played with a lot of heart and hustle.
Shaneman keeps it and tries to convert the 2
Number
points.
17, Ryan Shaneman takes it in
And he
for the
does
2-point
so.
conversion. 32-14,
As
Ryneck
as
leads.
Blind Brook cuts the deficit to 32-14 with 24 seconds remaining here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports,
Is number 60,
Blind Brook will be
Anthony
kicking
Strauss.
off after their
Number 50,
touchdown
Nathan
drive, their
Garofalo.
last possession.
Number 64, Dan
Only
Humphrey.
24 seconds remaining in this one, and it's been a one-sided affair come second halftime. It'll be Shaneman doing his normal duties of not only QBing but as well as kicking, and it's a squib kick that is
The onside kick is recovered
by the Ryneck Black Cats, and it is
by number 70, Noah Ponticello.
Noah Ponticello who picked the football up.
Brandis is the one who kicked that one off.
There is a flag on
34.
the play.
Oh, I apologize. I read that.
I mean, normally it is Shaneman.
Incorrectly.
Shaneman's been doing it.
Yeah. It gets difficult
It does.
when the game goes on and more players are being interchanged in and out.
Happens.
But thank you for your correction. More important that we
More
corrected
important
it
that we got
rather
the
than
right
let it
name.
go. Yeah.
Penalty is against the Black Hats.
Well, penalty was thrown, and the Black Hats it was against.
Looks like the Black Hats will probably kneel this one out. Go into the
Go
locker room with the win. Look forward to Dobbs Ferry next week.
They'll be
Playoff matchup.
advancing to 5-1 on the season, which puts them right behind the first place Bronxville team, who defeated them a few weeks ago in blowout fashion, 40-19. That was without Jake Sevion
Yeah.
for some of that game. Important to note. And there's a handoff that is stopped.
And the give goes to number 60, Anthony Strauss.
Anthony Straza on the handoff is taken down for a short gain of about 2.
Strauss pushes ahead but gets no gain.
Oh, no gain, I'm sorry. 12 seconds remain in this
We
one
have a timeout for the Black Hats.
as the Black Hats take a timeout. 32-14, Black Hats lead here on LMC-TV Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Black Cats have possession of the football. And there's a handoff taken down viciously
And the
by
give
the
goes
Blind
to number
Brook
50,
team.
Matt Garofalo.
We might
who's
see an
hit by a number
unsportsmanlike
of Blind
conduct
Brook
call,
tacklers.
possibly. After that flag is thrown, not too sure about that one.
There's a flag on the play.
It's definitely unsportsmanlike. That was a vicious tackle.
Yeah, that was they ganged up on
just threw it
the
over.
Black Cats in that instance. And it looks like that will be
that'll
the
be the
game.
game.
So
The end of the game.
here at Ryneck High School, the Ryneck Black Cats come away with the victory, 32-14. And Armand, after that first half, it was all Ryneck football.
It was all Ryneck football. It started with special teams, turnovers. Jake Sevion made that big pick return. And it's so funny how this team is able to compile points without even throwing the football. Most of the game nowadays is throwing the football, and this team is they're really old school. They love to ground and pound. And I think Sevion completed a one, it might have been two if I'm mistaken, but I know one particular to Chris Richard at the end of the first half. But other than that, we didn't see them complete any passes. And with that being said,
Again, a reminder to
this
please
team
stick
is looking
around
hot going
as we
into
honor
Dobbs
our
Ferry next
seniors
week.
after the game.
What's funny is that they do have the ability to actually go to the pass game.
Yes.
Sevion, he does have a good arm, and he's gone deep before. We know he can throw the ball. It's interesting, though, how you say they continue. Well, you know what? With a running back like Dom Brescia and a running attack like they have with so much depth with Pedro J. Cueto, Sevion, what he can do, and of course Brescia, it's maybe not that hard to understand why
That offensive line is able to find zone reads.
Something we didn't credit enough today. The offensive line definitely has to be credited for.
And that
the
rush defense.
Yeah.
Look, they took William Golan out of the game, who was a big striking factor for them in the first half of Blind Brook. How they were able to isolate him out of the game was crucial in blowing Blind Brook out of the water in the second half.
Early on, Blind Brook hung tough, a 6-6 game into the second half, but as always, the Ryneck Black Hats usually try and find a way to run away with things, and they did so today. A 32-14 victory. They put themselves at 5-1 on the season, and now we have the senior ceremony will be coming up here on LMC TV Sports, and after we'll be back with our post-game wrap-up for Armand Matteo and Anthony Carlo on LMC TV Varsity Sports.
All right, as we now take a moment to honor our senior football players. Escorting his parents, Keisha and Dominic, with number 28, Captain Dominic Brescia. Escorting his mother, Erica, number 32, Cameron Broom. Escorting his parents, Lisa and Charles, number 51, Zach Chimalecki. Escorting his parents, Lucy and Ramon, number 52, Manny Corona. Escorting his parents, Grace and Pedro, number 11, Captain Pedro Cueto. Escorting his parents, Pam and Sammy, number 51, Chris De La Rosa. Number 10, Chris De La Rosa. Escorting his parents, Diane and John, number 50, Matt Garofalo. Escorting his parents, Bonnie and Jay, number 9, Daniel Gottlieb. Escorting his mother, Lisa, and brother, Kendall, number 30, Cameron Greenland. Escorting his parents, Eileen and Joe, number 64, Daniel Humphreys. Escorting his parents, Joni and Joseph, number 70, Noah Ponticello. Escorting his parents, Trish Klein and Chris Richard, number 37, Captain Chris Richard. Escorting his parents, Paula and Francis, number 8, Captain Jake Sevion. And escorting his father, Anthony, number 60, Captain Anthony Straza. Coach I here. First, on behalf of my staff, I'd like to thank the parents for all the hard work that you've done for our program. The traditional pasta dinners, after-game meals, and all the other many details you put your hearts into that make our program so special. Thank you, especially for the sons you've raised. Your hard work in raising them is evident in the fine men that they've become. And Coach I has a few words for our seniors. You, along with your teammates, have demonstrated hard work and devotion to the team. This will be your legacy here at Ryneck. You have instilled, insisted, and led this 2014 Black Hat team as a family unit and not as individuals. We have and will continue to enjoy success because of that. You have each brought your own unique qualities to this team: leadership, resilience, humor, strength, courage, dedication, determination, intensity, and loyalty. This group of seniors exemplifies what it means to be a Black Hat. They pass on the tradition of hard work and dedication to their younger teammates. The coaching staff and I will miss you each and every day on this field next year and in the years to come. But the relationships we've all formed will last a lifetime. I feel that God has truly blessed me with the opportunity to be your coach, and I am so grateful for that. Black Hats forever. Your Ryneck Football 2014 senior class.
Hi, Armand Madio here with star running back for Ryneck Black Hats football, Dominic Brescia.
How are you?
Doing good. What can you take away from this game and approach this towards Dobbs Ferry next week?
The first half came out really sloppy. Wasn't connecting as a team. Second half we went in there, really talked to each other and just figured everything out and came out and it showed in the second half.
You guys are doing really good defensively, stopping William Golden, the blind book running back. You guys were able to clog up the zone, force him not to cut up the middle like that big run he had in the beginning. How did you approach that?
We just had to take it one play at a time, and we came out and we shut him down and we figured out all the things we had to fix and we clogged the holes.
How big is this offensive line for you when you run?
Oh, they're the best. I couldn't ask for a better line. I love all of them, and growing up with them since freshman year and now, it's just the chemistry is unreal, and I got to give all the credit to them because I just run, but they do the dirty work. So
most of the stuff you guys did today was beneficial to the team, but any things you need to work on for Dobbs Ferry?
Absolutely. We just got to figure out, cut down the penalties, play a little harder on defense. There's some corrections that have to go on offense, and just got to take it play by play, step at a time. And we got a long week of practice coming up, and got to see how things go.
All right, Anthony Carlo here along with Armand Madio for LMC-tv Varsity Sports. After a 32-14 loss for the Blind Brook Trojans, the Ryneck Black Hats come away with the victory, and after a first half that was overshadowed by penalties, what happened was in the second half, the Ryneck Black Hats were able to turn things around. Armand, what was the key?
The key to this was, as we just had an interview with Dominic Brescia, he said the offensive line was big. They were able to find the holes, and they were able to bring pressure on Ryan Schkaman and William Golden, and were able to take out the offensive attack of Blind Brook.
You speak about Dom Brescia. This kid has been on a roll game after game after game. Past couple of games, he's racked up so much yardage. A couple of games ago, just shy of 400 yards. Last game, it was over 230 yards. He has well over 1,000 for the season now. Going forward with their next opponent likely to be Dobbs Ferry, how is Dobbs Ferry going to be able to stop this kid?
What they're going to need to do is they're going to need to bring pressure on the sides of the flats, bring crash blitz so he cannot be able to cut to the outside, and make sure that offensive line does not get to the second level. The second level is big. This is what makes Dominic Brescia explode for 40-yard runs, is when the offensive line is able to advance.
Can't speak enough about how multifaceted this offense is for Ryneck. I mean, between Jake Sevillain, Dom Brescia, the list goes on and on. We can't forget about Pedro J. Cueto, had a couple of big runs today. They like to bang him up the middle. But moving forward, I think that this team is in good shape looking towards the postseason. They're only sitting behind Bronxville, who's undefeated this year. Do they have a shot? This is the main question people are asking. After last year, Class C champs lost in the state final, though. Do they have a shot this year to redeem themselves?
I mean, I think they do have a very likable shot to redeem themselves. They have to stay to their game, ground pound football. That front seven was beautiful today. They were able to bring pressure on the quarterback, stop the run. If they go in with that momentum that they finished the game with, they should be able to maybe pull off this upset against Bronxville.
Ryneck with the win over Blind Brook today. For Armand Matteo, I'm Anthony Carlo for LMC TV Sports.